In response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine, Britain's Prime Minister Boris Johnson has announced tightening economic and financial sanctions, which had previously been criticized as too lax. The United Kingdom wants to increase the pressure on Russian President, or may we call him dictator Putin, and the economy with a 10-point plan. In total, we are freezing the assets of another 100 companies and individuals, Johnson said in Parliament on Thursday evening. Secretary of State Liz Truss boasted that the new sanctions would bring devastating economic pain for Putin and Russia. However, independent experts doubted this. In addition to the 5 small banks that have already been announced, sanctions will also be imposed on VTB Bank, Russia's second largest financial institution. London freezes all of their assets and accounts on the island. It has limited operations in the UK through its investment arm VTB Capital. Unlike Washington, however, London has so far spared Sberbank, Russia's largest bank, from sanctions. The airline Aeroflot is no longer allowed to land in Great Britain, while Russia closed its airspace to British aircraft on Friday. One of the harshest new British measures is cutting off Russian companies from the London capital market. This is still the largest in Europe. A number of important Russian public limited companies are listed on the London Stock Exchange, such as the majority-owned oil company Rosneft. Gazprom, the steel group Severstal, and Sberbank, a total of 27 companies from Russia, also have their shares traded in London. However, the cutting off from the capital market will only have a medium and long-term effect. Russia is no longer allowed to issue government bonds on the British market, but Putin can cope with this because he has built up quite high foreign exchange reserves. Johnson was unsuccessful in wanting Russia to be excluded from the SWIFT global payment system. This would have brought trade finance to an abrupt halt, but my government chickened away from that, I'm sorry. In addition to the 3 oligarchs, Gennady Timchenko, Boris Rottenberg and Igor Rottenberg, who have already been sanctioned, 5 more will be sanctioned. New on the list are VTB deputy head Denis Botnikov, son of the head of the FSB Secret Service, and the younger billionaire Kirill Shamalov, who was married to Putin's youngest daughter Katrina until 2018. Shamalov is a director and a major shareholder in the petrochemical concern Siburs. British sanctions are also being imposed on Petr Fratkov, head of Promsivashbank, CEO Elena Georgieva of Novikombank, and Yuris Luisa, director of PJSC United Aircraft Corporation and a close friend of Putin. Some of this list overlaps with US sanction targets. For Russians in general, there will be an upper limit for bank deposits in Great Britain in the future. They are only allowed to keep a maximum of £50,000 there. The government said the travel ban and other restrictions would really hurt rich Russians because they made it impossible for them to enjoy their international lifestyle. And the dictator Putin, who is a war criminal as well, of course, and the lone attacker in this war, will not be stopped by sanctions, unfortunately, as long as it doesn't hurt enough. And I'll see you in my next video. Bis gleich.